Right, meeting's called to order. Let's go ahead and call roll. Annette Alonso present. Steve,
Here.
Bridget, excused. Jeff is excused. He said he can't make it. Weston,
Present.
Billy,
Here.
Ken, excused. Larry, Renee Torres.
Sure.
Present, okay. All right. We don't have anyone here to speak.
First.
And let's go ahead and did everybody get the minutes?
Yes.
Yes. Are there any additions or changes to the minutes?
I moved minutes be approved. Second.
Okay, who's second? Weston? Okay. And Steve, okay, all in favor of the minutes being accepted? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, motion's granted. So next we move on to,
How about the new member here, maybe give us a background on introduction and what he does and
Renee?
Uh, well, first of all, I'm originally from here in Port Lavaca.
Mhm.
I relocated, went to Houston. I was in Houston for about 45 years. Decided to come back home. Uh, my background's in engineering, structural design, architectural,
Hmm.
computer-aided drafting, different type of design. I did a lot of consulting work, worked out in the field, taking measurements, for houses and that sort of thing. Uh, so I've got an extensive, amount of experience in that area. Worked for loss analysis type companies, where they're trying to figure out what's going on with their foundations and their structures, that sort of thing. So I did that for that many years there in Houston. Uh, I'm 100% disabled veteran. I retired in 2014. Once I receive my 100%, I'm receiving my Social Security, my VA pay, and that's how I stay afloat. My wife as well. So I've been married 53 years. So
Oh, man.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna be a great asset to our team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Does everyone want to introduce yourselves?
What's the first? Work here, live here.
Steve Marwitz. I've been around this community about 45 to 50 years, but worked at Formosa for 32, worked for Texas Parks and Wildlife, and active in a lot of things that go on in the community. So welcome. Thank you for your willingness to participate.
And then we have Ken.
I forgot, man. I tell you what. It's summertime. It's hot on the brain. You gotta. It ain't on the brain. That's true.
Well, we're not gonna let you know who else forgot. So
I
I'm,
heard about it. God, I'm not the female one here.
I'm Annette Alonso.
Ken, you're one over.
Huh?
You're one
Move
over.
him over.
It doesn't make any difference.
You can say that.
It's probably not gonna be here. Whoever, yeah, he's not gonna be here.
Jeff Downs ain't gonna be here. No, you're good.
Although I do have affection for this chair because I occupied it for 33 years.
I was born and raised here. I'm with Remax Land and Homes on the Bay as a realtor.
Billy McAfee, we've been here since 2005. Retired from Corbett and Dow, 36 years.
Ken Barr, been here for 56 years.
Our new member, Renee.
No, I haven't.
We're introducing ourselves to him, so you know.
We're not gonna leave off. I've been here, I lived in Port Lavaca for 56 years. I was on city council for 33 years. And what else?
No.
No.
That's enough.
All right, so that's a little bit about all of us. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so the next item on our agenda, case number 185, 604 Knipling. Unless you have anything else for us before we begin, Brandon? Or Bradley, sorry.
Just getting my name right, but
Knipling.
I mean,
I do have a couple updates for you. So we have a permit expiring on 515 South Nueces, North Nueces, not South Nueces. When that permit expires, we're gonna move forward with demolition as the commission recommended. Be cut and dry. We have 3 houses that have been bid on and are ready for demo. We have 618 South Ann Street. You guys voted on me recently. We have 216 South Ann Street, and then we have 217. What is that?
Ray, do you have the case numbers? That's easier for me to look here.
Oh, those are not
Not
on
up
this.
there.
These are this is
Okay.
recorded on
Yeah.
old properties.
Okay, okay.
It's the Lowry House.
Right.
Lowry House. That's gonna be going. They already have the excavator there. PO's already been issued to the contractor. Demos begin. The house out on Austin, 2121 West Austin, is also PO issued, contractor given clearance to move forward with demo. We have several more demos that are getting ready to come up. Due to budget constraints, still we are.
That was gonna be my next question. So with all these demos coming up,
With these, so I have enough in my budget at the moment to carry through Lowry,
okay,
carry through all of those leading up to Lowry. So the 2 on Ann, Lowry, 2121 West Austin, those are already, we have that in the budget. Afterwards, I don't. I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
You'll get a new budget in October.
We'll get a new budget in October, but we have
many more that are,
many months,
Yeah.
about 3 more months that are coming up, which is the potential for another
many.
30 properties to come before you. Realistically, more along the lines of 27, 28 is what you'll actually see.
Yeah.
Like today, there's 2 that aren't gonna be.
What's the average? Does it cost to tear one down?
7 gen-
Depending on the size of the home,
And something like that?
it's between 7 and 30. Depending on the type of home. Now, a manufactured home we can get for 7 to 10. An actual home, you're looking more 10 to 30, depending on the size.
Into what?
10 to 30. We have one property that we're not able, one of them, I actually got to give you an update on this one. On North Benavides, the big blue stucco house that you guys saw a while ago, you guys did deem substandard. The property owner was given, I think, 6 months.
Mhm.
I have a bid for that. It's 30,000, 49,500.
Or in the single story, that same piece of property, but we're just looking at the 2-story.
We're looking at the whole
Whole
property.
thing?
They're all all the buildings on the property have been deemed substandard. They're all gotta go. Because that longhouse's roof is also,
Okay.
And that is not in the budget right now.
I don't have the budget.
So do the officers need to possibly meet with Jody or the city? Or do you know if they're planning on?
I know Derek and Jody are planning on looking at potential for budget amendment
For this year,
for this year.
and then on to next.
That's something that is entirely gonna be between Derek and Jody as of this moment. Derek will let me know any updates, and I'll let you guys know any updates through email or through the next meeting.
There's nothing we have to do here.
No.
How do we get into the loop?
I'll let you know.
Well,
I can email you guys when I get an update.
it's a little more than that, There's
There's not,
not due, there's no reason for this committee to exist if we don't have money and move forward in the budget.
well,
Oh, that,
I can understand your feelings on that. However, there is still a lot of reason. There's a lot of good this commission has done already, and a lot of it has been enacted without me demoing homes. So
you're right, we're getting action in those regards. And
we're getting a lot of action, and I don't want us to stagnate that action.
And our budget was created prior to this.
The budget was
Committee.
created when we were still taking 3 homes a month to the council.
Okay.
Our budget at 3 homes a month to the council, tearing down 1 or 2 of those every 6 months, our budget would be fine. when we're taking 7 to 10 properties a month and tearing down 2 to 3 of those a month, then we start to get into that.
And I hope that they see that, but if there's some way that we can put that so they see what the average has been since this council began. And so that way it increases it for the next year as well.
Cody sees weekly reports that she submits to the council. They do include homes demoed, homes out for bid, things like that in my reports.
Maybe I'm making an assumption, but at some point, we're probably gonna get to some sort of stasis where it drops off and
Possible.
we've made an impact and we have less to do.
And you guys are gonna see your,
Assumption there.
Yep,
You're gonna
around the
see-
city.
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna
It's gonna
see,
take years.
It may take a few minutes for us to get there, but I think at some point we might level off somewhat.
and you're gonna see a change in your duties as far as what all you see. One of those changes is gonna be coming today. You're gonna be seeing something for the first time. This property is gonna be a little different. I'll explain when I get there.
Right.
Other than that, we are ready to move forward with the main portion of the meeting.
So do we have 100%? What's the word? I just lost it. Support of the council that what we're doing, and do they understand how much money we're gonna need to continue this?
Our budget the budget that we have proposed for this upcoming year is substantially increased.
How much?
I do not remember off the top of my head what it was. I know Derek and I discussed this.
Eric did to me last meeting when we all left. He says, I totally forgot to tell everybody of all the good things that I've been hearing about the council. He says, I'll have to do that the next time, but obviously.
He's in a meeting right now. He won't be available. No, the council is very happy that this commission exists. It has taken a level of responsibility out of their hands, but also something that council's not necessarily experienced in dealing with. You know?
Anyway,
Council members don't typically tend to be contracting experts or, you know, someone who has dealt extensively in home repair.
Okay.
So
Steve, did you have something to say before we
I
begin?
did, this is still discussion under the minutes. We already approved those because we're outside the next, we've already started the agenda item,
I know.
first case.
Mhm.
So anyways, I don't know how you capture that on the minutes. We just had a general discussion on,
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna put is members had discussion. Yeah, that's really,
it's just an update from me on
yeah,
you will put it under.
Update.
under commission on the bottom where it says,
trying to make sure, yeah, that we follow.
We do have a time slot technically for questions for you, which we'll get. We'll probably have a few more questions towards the end of the day, especially after one of our inspections here.
Okay, so we'll get to the case numbers, but by looking at this list, there's like 2 more on there that weren't on the list that you sent out.
Yes, they are.
And they-
So one of them, 604 Knipling. Gentleman lives in California. However, he has had this property kind of dropped in his lap. It's been in his estate for a number of years. His father owned it. It never actually got deeded. So when his father passed or passed it on to him, there's now a mess to clean up. He is in the process. He has lawyers that are getting all the signatures, getting everything taken care of to take ownership. As soon as he takes ownership, he's going to be hiring someone that does the things like you used to do a full consultation of whether or not it's a tear down or a remodel. And then as soon as that's done, he's going to either tear down or remodel and rebuild. So tear down, rebuild, or remodel.
Why is he not here or on our live Zoom meeting?
I don't have an answer on that one. I know that he discussed with me, this was several weeks ago now, what he was kind of dealing with and going through. He is very much motivated to get this property taken care of. He's aware that it's a nuisance and he wants to get it abated. He does have someone come and mow the property every X amount of months. However, there are hostile members in the ownership portion. And as far as the lawyer has told him as of right now, he is not comfortable even setting foot on the property. outside of having it mowed by a contractor to avoid any fines, fees, or violations.
Is anyone living in the property?
No, it is vacant.
Do we have a picture? No.
Okay, so then what is your recommendation?
That one
Please.
is that as far as that one goes, I'm going to continue to monitor it,
Okay,
but it's not going to be one you need to take action on today.
we don't have any motions on this. Okay.
So no action because we don't have anybody here to represent on what their
No,
position is.
no, he is going to this is like that precedent that we have with several other ones. He doesn't own it. Nobody owns it.
No.
Like 8 heirs own it, and he's in the process of getting those signatures. He's got 6 out of the 7 at this, or 6 out of the 8 at this point. He's got 2 more.
People are holding out.
And then as soon as he gets all 8, he's going to move forward. He's got the money to do it. I'll put it that way.
Do we have evidence that they've received our letters?
Yes.
We do.
That's how he contacted you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's how he got back. He got in contact with me. The problem is he took this property over 4 months ago, 5 months ago. His father didn't live there either, but his father had the ownership address as 604 Knipling. So when I was sending letters previously, they were going to 604 Knipling where nobody lived and being left on the door. And then when he took ownership or care of status as the
Mhm.
caretaker, he changed his address into that system. So as soon as I got his address, I sent him a letter. He called me almost immediately. So to be honest with you, as far as properties go, I can see this one moving forward in a good direction. It just needs us to work with him. Unfortunately, the father probably would have done the same thing. However, he did not have the proper address on the, so, they didn't get the notices.
Not the first time we see that. Okay, so we have no action on this one.
No, not at this time. I will continue.
Recommended action from you. We can propose a motion though from our committee.
You can propose a motion. Like I said, with one like this, it's a legal case. He's waiting to get signatures legally.
So I would think that we could, to make sure this happens, that I'm considering making a motion that would say some type of an action within 30 days would push this into a continuing hold on that, or we move forward.
Or we just say that we look at it again at the next meeting. So it doesn't fall underneath the radar. I don't know.
I just don't want us to go another 30 days, and I agree with everything you're recommending on that. But I think we want to say if there's no evidence of any direction going in that direction, then we set up a 30-day limit on it, move forward.
The problem with 30-day limits, and this is just, again, a recommendation from me, Steve. The 30-day limit is it's very hard to get legal paperwork filed, recorded, and taken care of within 30 days. It's almost not doable.
And you don't have the time frame of when the other two are actually going to sign off.
Well, I'm not saying go to the depth of having that, but having somebody at least call us on the phone or do something that shows they're moving in that direction. So I don't need anything of a legal action that's there. I just want to see evidence that somebody's giving it some attention. Then I'm good with going forward with it, but I don't want any non-attention to this to keep it moving forward.
I would maybe even say 60 days would be a little better as far as timeframes go. Just I know it's coming up on the next meeting, and we have several returners coming alongside several new cases. So it's going to be a busier schedule next meeting than say this one. This one has 5 cases that you're seeing. The next one, you're going to be seeing more properties.
Your conversation with them, did you have any check-in time or what?
He did send me an email with the information from, telling me how many information, everything that he had. He sent that within 24 hours of our phone conversation, like he said he would. Uh, I have his phone number. He's been very communicative with me and forthcoming.
Okay, so,
Well, I can, okay, I'm gonna make a motion, but, my motion is that the property is substandard. First of all, that's part of what our motions are about. That's why you bring them to us. The second is that we give a 60-day with some evidence provided to us that this resolution is moving forward, or we re-review it for this commission.
I don't think that's a good idea, because if we don't put at least 60 days on there, then we go a whole month next month, and then we haven't, if we didn't act today, then we'd have to do a 60-day there, so we're looking at a 90-day. So I think it's a good move to go ahead and move forward on 60 days,
okay, so Steve,
just for feedback, anyway.
Is that
Steve,
your motion?
It's my motion. My motion is
I'll second
it's
it.
substandard.
okay, so Steve is deeming 604 Knipling as substandard and would like an update on this property within 60 days to our council. Or
To our commission.
To our
or
commission.
Revisit the,
or it revisits our agenda.
Yeah, this is gonna be a returner, not a demo.
yeah. And I think you're free to even send a simple email that this group, this is the discussion following the motion, that they're willing to work, but if they need some type of evidence that they're moving forward. And I'm not even saying a legal action is done. I think something that says we're still contacting the lawyer, or even they respond back to us. If they don't respond back to us, that sends a clear message. So you got the motion straight after all that?
Okay, so we're deeming this substandard and we would like an update on this property within 60 days to our commission or revisit it by our agenda, by our committee
For further action.
for further action. Okay, so Steve made the motion and Billy,
Oh, Ken seconded.
Ken seconded it. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion's carried. Okay,
Okay, we move on to the first one that has pictures.
okay.
520 Ella. Okay, this property, as you can see in the pictures, we have roof deflection, kicking in the foundation. It is mostly secured. Now that door, you can see, isn't really sitting in the door jamb too well. The window is also the same way. There's some holes in the siding on the side, under that window. As you can see, the foundation is bowing. Oh, you're zooming in. This one.
And there's nobody
I
living.
wish I had a laser pointer that actually worked. You'd see that. No one lives there. It is vacant.
Well, see, they got a trash can back there. I was wondering.
Have you received any callbacks or anyone coming by in regards to the property?
No. This property received notices back in December of 24 and early 25. I never got any formal responses. The property owner does occasionally maintain the yard. It has no trespassing and is a closed gate, so I'm not able to abate any nuisance of grass or any of that on the property. So I am at least happy that they maintain that. Other than that, the home is in.
It looks like it's about to cave in right there.
Yes, sir. That's a lot of the deflection that I was mentioning in my inspection report.
Okay, so there is nobody here to speak of the property and he has not given you any feedback via email, phone call, anything. Let's go ahead and have a discussion.
Do we need a discussion, or does anybody have a motion?
It's definitely not the worst you guys have seen.
Have you been in touch with the owners of this piece of property?
We've sent our letters,
Letters, okay, but no response.
no responses.
No water service, I would assume.
No water, no electric.
Is someone receiving the mail?
I don't get it back. I'll put it that way. I don't get it back. We're not getting any
Got no response.
information.
I think it's a lost cause myself.
Do you have a recommendation for us?
Don't be afraid, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna give them a break. I'm gonna make a motion that we, declare this property substandard and allow the property owner 30 days to get in contact with the, with the, development services.
Can we, I will make a request with my budget in mind. Can we extend the timelines a little bit? Just with my budget in mind, because I can't, again, as far as demo goes right now, I don't have the money.
Matter.
But that's okay.
It's okay.
We can put it on the list that it needs to be demoed, whether we have the money or not, right?
I can put it on the bid list. It'll just
It's
be
okay.
bid over and over again.
Delayed.
Still stick with the motion then.
Okay.
Okay, so Billy has a motion on the floor to declare 520 Ella substandard and give 30 days to the owners to contact the city and regards of giving us a
Status on the property,
well,
or however you want to word it.
they need to give us a some kind of action plan for the
There
property.
you go. That's the better word.
Second.
Okay, and then Weston seconds. Okay, all in favor? Those opposed? Motion's carried.
I think as a part of discussion for this group, I'll just throw it out there that I appreciate you telling us whether they have budget or not. I don't think that should stop us on what we're going. And if there's ultimately a list of properties that are waiting for a budget, that we've done our job.
Put them on the list.
They'll eventually catch up with our budget.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
at least we've done with them. We've pronounced them.
Yeah.
my only concern, my ultimate concern relies upon, say we end up with 20 properties that I need a demo at the beginning of next year, beginning of our next fiscal year.
I hate to say it this way, but not my problem.
So when you get a bid on a property, getting those bids with money ready for it, or
Yes.
okay, so we already have the money. When you go out for those bids, we have money in the
Contractor bids are only good for 30 days.
Okay,
So
so then if, let's say, for example, we don't have money for Ella, then it's just going to stay,
it's just going to sit
it's going to sit there until its time comes up for,
until I have the money to have a contractor bid on it.
but we know that it's in there.
We've dealt with it. We've made our recommendation. It goes on the list and that.
I have no concerns with that. I just, as a response to
We
discussion.
I understand your
John
concern.
responded to it, and I think, is there a list right now of properties that we're waiting for budget money?
How many?
7.
I think
It's off the top.
That's
There's 70,000 right there if you figure it meets
At
it.
the end of this meeting, we'll have some general discussion on this. And we may find that maybe we might have a request to have that list and make sure that it's updated from meeting to meeting. That's my thought.
Do you report to the council on how many houses that we just voted on to?
There you go.
I make a report to Jody every week. Jody takes that report to council and it has things like number of substandard building inspections I do, number of substandard building letters I send.
Okay.
All of that.
Agenda somewhere in there to let them know.
So, you guys aren't in the agenda there because you're in the agenda on another side.
Okay.
You're in our quarterly agenda where the total number of meetings and homes taken and homes demoed by us, homes demoed by owners, homes in every possible way is detailed out to Jody and council every quarter.
Okay.
I have a question. When you decide that something's going to be taken down, okay, what's the process for a contractor? How long does a contractor take before he even gets his bid in?
So there are certain steps that all of our contractors take. First one being, they come in, they submit a new contractor bid form. But I do see everyone look at me. We are still in a public hearing. We can have this discussion at the end. Because I don't think have you guys finalized voting on this home?
No, and that's right. That's
We did.
Okay. So, yes, but we are still in a general, we're in this flow. As soon as we're done with that, we can have as much discussion as you guys would like about anything else, but I would prefer that we stay in the.
So moving on. All right, case number 187 at 606 North San Antonio.
Yes, guys. So this one, it's going a little slow up there. All right. We have roof deflection, wall supports that are damaged. I'm unable to verify hazardous wiring or plumbing. There is no electrical. There's no water. So we have no, it's not habitable. There's possible insect and water damage to the foundation. There's some foundation sinking in that back corner that you can see in the middle bottom middle. This one, again, this isn't one of the worst properties that we've seen, and they are mowing it. And they do keep it cleaned up, but that's it. Everything, every window, every door is boarded. It's not been opened in I couldn't tell you how many years. No one's lived here. Nothing.
Conversations have you had with them?
No. I've sent letters due to the roof mainly. If I remember, let me double check who the owner of this one is. You'll bear with me for just a moment, folks. If you guys would like to have a moment of discussion.
Now we gotta stay on.
Yeah, I don't want to get into.
Your question is very good. And when we first all got on this committee, it's only been in place about 6 months. We had your same question. So that's due an explanation, I think, at the end of the meeting.
The bidding process,
Yeah, and all that. Yeah.
just further delay.
Right.
I mean, it has to be done properly. I get that. I understand that. So,
Really want to say it's.
So there's
Any water service in this property?
No, and this is an estate. Just like that's what I was trying to double check, but it is an estate.
minimum of 100
It's an estate.
This is an estate.
abandoned
Okay.
electricity.
And so do we even know who the actual executor is?
We do have an executor on file on the county file, Mr. Manuel Escalera,
Right.
and it is the Maria Escalera estate. That estate actually encompasses both buildings on the property. You can see the other building kind of in the background, that white structure.
the one that's boarded up or on this,
It's both 516, 606. So the one that's boarded up, they're both boarded up.
Yeah.
The mailing address we have on file is ultimately going to be the issue.
Are we looking at both houses?
Just this one.
Just that.
The other one isn't actually structurally in bad condition. It appears to be used mostly for storage as well. The problem is the mailing address for this is this. So no one lives there, and that's the mailing address that the county has on file for both buildings.
Do we have a phone number or anything for it?
Water hasn't been on since the estate, since before the
Getting paid?
taxes have all been paid. Everything's taken care of on that.
Question.
Wouldn't they have an address of where they're receiving the taxes from?
Tax.
I don't have access to that information. I only have as far as the appraisal district website tells me. That's where legally, that's where our notice has to go.
Mm.
That's in accordance with state law.
Right.
So that's kind of where we end up in this area is when there's an estate with this is the only address. Now I do stake the property. I go out, I hammer a
Right.
letter on there. I'm sure you guys have seen them on properties you've driven by. The state disappeared off this one. So somebody got it.
What's this picture?
Somebody got the notice. I don't necessarily know that it's the owner. a neighbor, whoever mows the
Yeah.
lawn for them.
He put, the stake he put in the ground is gone. So someone,
When did you do that? Stake it.
I stake it when I send the letter, so it would have been about 30 days ago.
When did you take this picture?
When did I take this picture? The day I sent it to you. Thursday.
Billy, I think we drove around today. I think these are the two houses that now had a car in front of it and there weren't any boards on the wall, on the windows.
On this one,
I don't think it's the same one.
Is it the same one? Okay.
No, it's not.
I was just saying, I'm pretty sure this one.
so when we decide to tear, if we decide to tear this house down and they're just gonna come up one day and it's gonna be gone because no one's receiving notice.
There's no way through the tax office that you can get information as to,
This is the information they have.
that's all.
He has to go by that information, by
That's in accordance with state law, like I said.
Oh, and Jesse was there, I could have got it.
If they're paying the tax bill, someone's getting them.
Somebody's
Somebody's getting the
tax-
notice. Somebody's getting the notice.
So-
We should be able to find out who that is.
Somebody picked up off the property my stake that I drove with the date and time of this meeting, and they're summoning to this meeting.
Wish Jesse Hubble was still over there. I could get any information I wanted. Jesse was there. The new guy, I don't know about him. I've met him on several occasions, but
Just out of curiosity, the sign you post, is it in English and Spanish?
It's in English. I now, if I do know that the owner is exclusively a Spanish speaking person, I will have one translated into Spanish.
No.
I don't personally speak Spanish, so I don't know that the letter's perfect. But we do have people that do it here at City Hall.
So the curiosity, just in case we have a Spanish speaking only resident that doesn't understand that sign.
and we have no other contact, no phone number, nothing.
Nothing. This one's kind of a weird, again, this is one of those weird situations because the home's not in the worst condition possible.
Mm.
It's savable for sure.
But an estate also could mean that it's just deemed to one person. We don't know anything because.
We don't know anything about the state of an estate.
Mhm.
So in this situation, what would your recommendation be for trying to find somebody or contact somebody 30 or 60 days, see if we can get some feedback?
I'd say either the development services department would recommend 60 to 90 days to try and get notice to somebody and have them submit something back to us.
Okay,
So they need to submit a plan to us of what they're going to do within the next 60 to 90 days.
okay. That's what we need to know.
Huh?
You've done that.
What would you do?
No, we did it
Another
for 30 days.
then?
I would put another stake in the ground, giving them the notice that they have 60 to 90 days to come speak with us, or we're going to tear it down. It's what I do with our other properties as well.
All right, does someone have a motion on the floor?
I'll make a motion that we condemn this substandard and give the owner 30 days to contact the development services with compliance on what they plan on doing with the building.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion on the floor for 606 North San Antonio Street to deem this property substandard. Give them 30 days to contact the city with an action plan. And if not, then a further action will be taken.
Yes.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have Billy.
Besides action taken, do we want to use the word that it would be demolished?
Please
Demolished.
Be more specific?
Okay.
city will proceed with demolition and place lien on the property.
Very good. Like that.
Okay. With demo. Okay, so we had Billy made the motion and Ken seconded. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion's carried. All right, case number 188, 818 West Live Oak.
So I mentioned there was going to be one that's kind of weird. This is the one.
This is it.
This is a landlord home. There is a tenant living in this as we speak. It was brought to our attention through a routine inspection, habitability inspection, property owner is given 30 days to move forward and make the recommended improvements, and not just recommended, they are required improvements. In fact, on 3/3/2026, he was given 30 days. We did a follow-up inspection on 4/3/2026. None of the corrections were made. The minimum corrections that had to be made are corrections to life fire safety, in which he failed working door locks, pests, bedroom egress was a pass, fuel burning equipment was non-applicable, electrical system hazards, means of egress was a pass. There was no smoking, no working smoke or carbon monoxide detectors within the home. And as you can see there, we have extensive foundation damage. We have extensive plumbing damage. The toilets don't flush. The sinks don't drain. None of the doors close properly. You actually have to chain them closed. The electrical panel, that's their main panel.
I think that's for the one that had the car.
Yeah, I'm
Someone's living in
recognizing
there.
mirror in the-
And there is, yes, there is a living,
There's a car there today.
there's a couple living there.
Can't even imagine.
If somebody stay in a place like that, how can the
all they can
landlord be allowed to do that?
That's why they're before you at this point.
Isn't there somebody else that this could go to before it comes to us? This is just a plain,
Well, when we
there's some other HUD department or whatever, I don't know.
when we deem it substandard, they have to house their tenants elsewhere while they make the minimum requirements.
Okay, so that just hasn't been done yet.
That's the thing. That's why it's before you guys.
Okay, I understand that. All righty.
How do they stay in there without a working toilet or anything like that? I just don't
The
know.
electric just fire waiting to happen.
In the electrical panel there, you can also see that line that is running on that top picture. That's electrical that runs from the main dwelling into the storage building, which powers the water heater. And several outlets in that building. Anyone that knows about electrical.
Do we need more?
The conduit is supposed to be continuous, not hanging on the wire.
I make a motion, we deem it substandard and we give them 30 days to make an action plan or we move forward with demolition.
I'm on the
Listen, if you don't mind, can we add instead of just substandard that it's hazardous also?
I will agree to that.
Okay,
Hazardous electrical,
we're just hazardous, that covers
well,
everything.
just hazardous, everything's hazardous.
Okay,
Okay, so on case number 818 West Live Oak, we deemed this property substandard and hazardous, and giving them 30 days to contact the city with an action plan, or we will proceed with demolition.
We know who owns this property?
Weston, you made the motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Did someone second?
Yeah, Renee.
Renee?
Now that you guys have done that, let me get now that we're out of or I guess go ahead and
In
vote.
favor of the motion?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion's carried.
Who's the landlord?
That's what I'm getting right now.
And I'm sorry, it was deemed substandard and what else?
Substandard and hazardous, 30 days to contact the city with an action plan, or we will proceed with demolition.
Edelmiro Castillo.
sorry.
What was that?
Edelmiro Castillo is the owner. I don't know if anyone knows who that is. He owns several rentals as far as I'm aware.
Oh,
Bet they're all like that.
So there is a federal law that says that if their rental facility is substandard for living, they have to provide another place
That's in our ordinance.
or ordinance.
As far as whenever I send my notice after the meetings, our notice actually includes a subsection that no one's allowed to live within the premises. And you have 21 days to vacate from the premises. And it's not to be inhabited until it meets my minimum standards.
thanks for that info.
Which
How does it protect the renter that?
I know.
it's actually, so in our ordinance, it states that if we require them to leave, the landlord is responsible for housing the tenant. And it's also would be required under their lease if they have a written lease. I mean, again, I'm no expert in tenant landlord law.
We need to make sure that the tenants are aware of their right to.
And we have spoken with the tenants. The tenants have been told the chapters to look at and go into and speak with those that are, like I said, certified in tenant landlord law. I don't have those certifications. I would prefer not to speak on tenant landlord
Of
law.
course, no.
Okay, I understand.
I think this is a good thing to bring up today because we may see more of these.
You are definitely going to see more of these.
They're out there.
This is something that we rolled out this last year. Habitability inspections have been something that my department was supposed to be doing for a number of years
One person.
with, excuse me. But it's
So,
okay.
you know,
We'll get it all done.
we'll get it. It's the list we're developing, you know.
We have a lot of people probably living in facilities just like this, paying rent. And
I discovered quite a few when I was looking to move back to Fort
What's
Collins.
sad is that more than one person lives in a place like that.
two people.
Can we move on with the agenda and then discuss this after the
Yes.
agenda?
Okay, case number 189, which is 216 South Trinity.
Okay. So this one, that's a different. Okay, don't look at that one yet. That's next. That's the next agenda.
We drove by it.
You're more than aware of what's wrong with it then.
Which one are we on?
We are on one that is a bit separate.
9.
So 216 is lived in. It is a landlord home. However, the landlord has reached out to me. My concern for him was the deck, which if you drove by, I'm sure you saw the deck. There's an agreement they're going to fix the deck.
Bradley, do we have a picture of that somewhere? Or?
No.
Okay, I misunderstood.
This one's a no action. The home itself is good. The electrical's good in it. The water's good in it. It's just the deck. This was a habitability inspection that failed because of the deck.
Do we need to make a motion on this one? We just need to be aware of it.
Just you're aware the deck is substandard. The homeowner is supposed to be fixing the deck. The homeowner lives out of state. They've got a tenant. The tenant basically the tenant doesn't speak much Spanish or much English. The owner doesn't speak much Spanish. So the conversations usually go, how much is rent? I've sent rent. The tenant was not reporting to the homeowner what was wrong, so the homeowner could fix it. When I
You
sent,
timeline with the homeowner.
yes, when I sent my notices out to the homeowner contacted me and said,
Great.
sorry, was unaware. I got with my tenant, we got it fixed. They're going to be moving forward on fixing it. It's all going to be good. So as far as that one goes, we don't need action. That one was like the previous 818 West Live Oak. That was a habitability inspection that was done. We didn't see action within the 30 days. The owner's in California. That's why we didn't see the action, because they didn't get the notice until recently.
Okay.
That should move us on to the one that was on screen, which is 137 South Colorado. Where to start? The roof's good.
But the location of this property is half a block off of our main street.
Right.
It's half a block off our main street, and it's half a block off of a soft opening and grand opening that's going to be happening soon of a brand new oyster bar.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
So it's in an area that's going to see a lot of traffic in the very near future.
Yes. Great. Thank you.
This building is not the only problem with this property. There are junk vehicles and all sorts of other stuff under that awning that have not been taken care of. As you can see, the grass is about 2 feet high. I actually intentionally didn't have my contractor mow that one just so that you guys could see what it looks like normal.
Been mowing, the city has been mowing,
The city has mowed this property in the past, yes.
so they have fines for that.
And those couches and beds, those are all new as well.
We
They've decided to just dump them out there. There is no ceilings, there's no flooring, there's no electrical, there's no plumbing, there's Nothing. It's gutted. All the windows are broken. The back half of the building, as you can see in that bottom left-hand corner, those are supposed to be windows, not doors. The bottom portion of the wall is broken out of that building in the back.
All right, so you have all your notifications that were sent out, not returned. Nobody to represent folks today.
Do you know how much something like this would cost to demo? Because it's all
I'm not worried
concrete.
about cost.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
A lot of money.
I'm curious.
A lot of money.
Here.
Like a lot of rip
I mean, it's gonna go on our agenda regardless.
It's good. I mean, you guys are gonna get something like this every once in a while.
Mhm.
It's quite an expensive demo. The only thing we can hope for is to get either
King,
A hurricane wouldn't do that.
a hurricane.
concrete.
FEMA would take care of that.
You know, I would love to see a hurricane, but that's for a different.
No. You don't want to, no.
Yeah.
I got a story for you, Ken. I got a story for you.
Okay,
Anyways, as you can see, I mean, the property's kind of, the owner hasn't responded.
recommendation?
Who owns it?
I don't remember.
Oh, that's a good.
That's a very good question, Ken. Well, you guys have a little bit of discussion about that. Let me.
Do you have a recommendation?
Be coming down. Would it?
30 days and
I wouldn't give it 30 days, but we have to, right?
You have to give it at least 30 days. That's minimum by state law.
He doesn't have a recommendation. Okay,
That's I mean, 30 days would be my right. I mean,
okay.
So I'll make a motion that the building is substandard, that we give it 30 days. Or we're still saying a plan to move forward with this, or else we move to demolition.
And it needs to be a tear down, not a, they
Demolition.
ain't gonna fix that up.
Santiago Degalado, Degalado, something like that.
It has no value whatsoever. The property. Property's the only thing that's a value.
just for real estate.
Well, the problem is that whole corner lot. So when you do make your motion,
Mhm.
this structure is substandard. Now, the other one is being lived in by a tenant with no windows. So it also has a plethora of violations and fire safety violations.
Is it on this agenda? Is it part
No.
of the?
I mean, it's part of 137 South Colorado. It's all, but we're dealing with this structure.
Right.
When you say you're deeming 137, you're deeming this structure on 137
Okay.
substandard.
I'll second the motion.
So we have a motion on the floor for 137 South Colorado to deem it substandard, 30 days to contact the city with an action plan or proceed with demolition immediately. And so we had Steve that motioned, and then we have Billy that seconded. All in favor? Oh,
Before we do that, and that's good, you're headed that way. For some reason, I'm thinking like, Larry, this is not a historical building, is it?
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Just move on.
okay,
Can't imagine what was in
I was trying to think the same. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, now we're on case number 708, Parkview, case number 191.
708 Parkview. It's an unassuming house from the street at first glance. Once you walk onto the property, it's not as unassuming. This property is for sale. What you're seeing is about the best view of this house. I have unfortunately been inside of this home. The floor in the majority of the house has fallen to the ground. And the areas that it hasn't fallen yet, you're likely to fall through if you don't walk very lightly.
Notice some of it's on piling and then some of it's on concrete.
So it has a hybrid foundation. It's got some pier and beam, some solid concrete foundation. Now the solid concrete foundation I don't see any issues on that side. It's the problem with this home is again, any hybrid home, when you build them, they're only as strong as the pier and beam side,
And it's a large portion and it's coming down.
and it's dragging the rest of the home up. I am aware that they're selling it. They're selling it as is. However, I think this home goes beyond what as is. There's a difference between selling a rehabable home and a home that eclipses the value of anything in the neighborhood just to repair it.
So,
How's the grass on this one?
Unmowed.
Mode.
Actually, you don't have a picture of the front. Because it's so overgrown in the front, you can't see past
You can't see the house.
the house.
There's no house there. It's just grass.
When I went by there, a neighbor was telling me that they have big rats going across the roof of the house and coming onto their property too.
This home has become a serious nuisance to the neighborhood. And realistically, I mean, with that accessory structure like that, that's a serious, there are kids down that road. And that there's no fence, there's no gate, there's nothing blocking that. That's open.
The other homes in the area are very modest, but they're
well taken
Clean.
care of.
yeah, they're clean.
They're well maintained and well taken care of. Parkview it's by no means Brook Hollow, Jade Bay. It's modest, like you said, but every other home on that property is well maintained and well taken care of.
Yeah.
This is the single exception.
When I went out there, two different neighbors came to me like, "Are you trying to buy this?" Because there's rats, yeah.
You're getting into something you don't want.
Yeah. Do we have, what about contact with the sellers?
I've sent, when I went out there to meet you, it wasn't the first time I've seen this home. I've gotten reports about it in the past. I've sent letters to the previous owners. Again, they sold it. The Hengst sold it to, I don't remember the name of the company that's now owns it. The company hasn't responded. Unfortunately, that's very common when a company out of Houston or San Antonio or Dallas buys a home like this. They buy it for pennies on the dollar and they're just trying to
I
gain.
think it's right next to the water and it can go for a whole bunch of money, but they don't.
I probably bought it sight unseen.
Exactly.
They've never had an inspector go to this home. I'll tell you that right now, because they wouldn't have it up for sale for the price they do if they did.
Make a motion, we declare this property substandard. Give them 30 days to come up with some kind of plan, what they're gonna do with it.
And
Demo.
And then, yeah, demo.
Can I make a recommendation to you guys? Instead of saying just bring a plan, on this one, I would recommend they have 30 days to bring a plan and begin bringing the building and structures on the property into compliance.
there you go.
There you go.
And if no
Put
such
that in that
action is
motion.
taken, then
I like that.
on
Okay.
structures and in owners like this, they will send us a letter or an email and then whenever we get back to well, we did what you said. We gave you a plan to renovate.
Yeah. Not good enough.
Need
Okay. So, property 708 Parkview. We are deeming this substandard, 30 days to contact the city with an action plan and to bring the property into compliance or proceed with demolition. And Ken made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Weston seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, and that ends our agenda for going over the different properties. We can have additional conversation now.
Okay. I know you guys had some questions. Please ask away.
You're gonna start with Renee's?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, once you decide to demo, what the bidding process is. I mean, does it take 60, 90 days before they can even bid on trying to do a demo? Because then the amount of time, again, I don't know what it is, but we give them 30 days to take action, and then we decide to demo, then how long is it gonna take to demo? It's gonna be up there for another 9 months? It's gonna be.
Not typically. So whenever we start our bid process, you guys give them 30 days, right? Nobody contacts me for the first 15 days. My contractors go out and they start bidding. That way, on that 30th day, I can put the PO in, the requisition request into my finance department. My finance department can get it signed by the end of that week. So about 35 days, I've already issued contractor notice to proceed. That's total.
Yeah.
That's total time.
Good.
Sometimes it's a little bit different. It depends on the price of the bid, right?
Understood.
If it's below a certain amount, we can approve right in-house. If it's above a certain amount, it has to go before council, and it's a whole nother, it's a whole nother portion. Now, granted, we did just up that number. So I don't think I'm going to see anything that hits that number. I hope not. To be fair, I didn't think I was going to see anything hit 30 grand, and I have. With the way prices are going in the economy right now, it's probably going to continue to go up.
I'm good with that. I was just curious as to what the process is and how long does it take? I mean, because if it takes a long time to get the demo done, well, then it just sits out there and,
We do have other constraints on our demos, like two of them that are going on right now, Lowry and Austin. Weather. God, we love this weather. I mean, I can't send one of my guys out there in an excavator if they're going to sink the excavator into the ground. Because then we're going to get charged for an excavator. And with my budget, it is
pay for it.
we don't got an excavator. So there are other constraints within reason. Now that doesn't mean they're going to take 6 months to tear down a house, because I won't. If a contractor, when I send my bid packets out, my contractors give me X amount of days it's going to take them to do the demolition. If they double that, I immediately give it to the next bidder. Their bid is canceled out, the PO is canceled, we issue a new one to the next bidder, and it gets done. Typically. Now, if you say 30 days and then 45 days later, you haven't even set an excavator out there, you haven't moved forward with any form of demolition, we'll go to the second bidder. I'm not going to wait 60 days to tear down a house. Very seldom will I even wait 45.
Thanks. Good info.
Good with it. I'm excited to be a part of the board. I love the action, that's being taken. I'm really glad that I've become a member of the board. Really am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that your guys, do you have other employees in your department?
No, I say my guys, this is my contractors. Sorry.
You might stop,
I thought.
I very much am used to
Always don't report the.
contractors a lot, so I just kind of call them my guy. But no, they're just my contractors. I am solo. It's me. We have no other code enforcement officers. Wish we had at least one other one. I could get a day off.
And I think it's good that you emphasize as a part of this discussion at the end that on what our charge is. We talked about it earlier, is to do what we've been asked to do and come up with a list of houses that need to be demolished. We don't set budget. We don't do any of that, but we generate our final work project. Our project is that action.
To be 100% honest with you, what this board is here for is to be an independent judge that can look at the facts of the case and make a decision solely based upon the facts of the case. Is this safe? Is this unsafe? Is this a hazard to the community? Is this not a hazard to the community? Those are the questions you're answering. And if you
We've
guys,
never had a commission like this to look at all the houses in this town that are substandard and need to be done away with. We've never done that. Not to my knowledge.
this is the first time this board has existed within the city of Port Lavaca. It is something.
It was way overdue for this particular commission to be this.
Rental property, I didn't know that until what we're talking about today.
If it's in violation of the International Property Maintenance Code, it can be brought to this board. There are many things that can be brought to this board. Like I said, some duties you guys see as we eventually, granted, it's going to be a period of time, abate the problem within the city of Port Lavaca, your duties will change as a board. You'll see different types of cases.
And we already see property owners, once they receive letters, taking steps to correct themselves so that it doesn't come up to us. So, you know, people are listening, people are seeing, and people are
Word's getting
talking.
out.
Mhm.
So we can continue having discussion, but we do need to adjourn the meeting.
Okay,
Alyssa can take.
all right, so make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Who would like to make that motion?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, 10 seconds, all in favor? Okay,